Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for the love that you've shown me for the past videos that I've uploaded. If you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for the support. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up after watch. Even now, please just give it a thumbs up because it's gonna be good. And then if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button so that as soon as a video comes up, then you can be notified. Today I'm joined okay, first of all, welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to the Munke kitchen. We're in my kitchen today and we're going to be cooking up something nice, and I'm joined by one of my favorite people in the world, one of my favorite chefs in the world, who by the way is also starting her own YouTube channel called Langa Kitchen. So if you want nice recipes, nice simple recipes, nice food for your family in lockdown, don't forget to also subscribe to her channel.
Hi everyone. My name is Nomalanga Mahlangu. I am very excited and happy to show you guys this very simple recipe.
Okay, so what are we going to be making here, Nama?
Okay, so we're making garlic and butter steak. We're going to be making roast potatoes and green salad on the side.
All right, and then our meal is balanced. So we've got our protein. We're going to get our protein from our steak. And then we're gonna get our carb loading from our potatoes, and then we're gonna have a nice green salad. Okay, what are we gonna be needing for our steak?
Okay, cool. So we have our garlic and herb. We have our mixed herbs. We have steaks and chops.
Okay.
And of course our steak.
Okay, what kind of steak is this?
Oh yes. This is sirloin steak, which we got from Release. Shout out to Release.
Okay, and then why the sirloin steak?
Okay, so you can use ribeye steak or you can use sirloin steak. I use either or, whatever you find in store. And again, it doesn't have to be just Release. You can also find it at Checkers and at Spar or whatever favorite place that you shop for your meat.
Okay, and then we got the steak at Woolies and we got it on special actually. No, what I want to know is, you know, when you cook beef takes a long time for it to become, I think,
tender.
Yes, to become tender. Yes, but like, why specifically this steak? Like, or is it tender enough for what you want to do? You know?
Okay, so I'd really suggest that pay attention, number one, to the thickness of the steak. Okay. So it's completely up to you what your preference is. But in most cases, you go for the size of steak. And in terms of tenderness, that's also up to you what you like. I usually like medium to well done. Okay. Which takes me about 8 to maybe 6 minutes max to cook it. And this is on either side.
Okay, so guys, I've never had this kind of steak before that's cooked 8 to 10 minutes. So I really want to see. I usually cook my steak for 2 hours, if not an hour. My stew. So yeah, and this looks quite thick. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And then what are we gonna need for our roasted potatoes?
Okay, cool. So with our roast potatoes, I'm a big fan of chips, by the way, guys.
Me too.
And I found a way to make my own chips at home. So we're going to be using, we don't even have to peel the potatoes. That's also something I discovered.
Yeah, also the potato skin is actually quite healthy. So the fact that you don't have to peel it is a plus one for me.
Okay, and then for seasoning, we have paprika, chicken spice, and of course, salt.
Cerebos.
Again, just a heads up, if you have any health issues, you can use Himalayan salt. You can replace the normal salt that we always use with Himalayan salt.
It's pink salt, guys. It's pink salt.
Okay, and then for the salad, it's your normal green salad. We have our lettuce, cucumber, onion, and we're gonna dash it up with tuna.
Yeah, and then your tuna should be. Make sure that your tuna is in vegetable oil as opposed to the one in salt water. Because now if you put vegetable oil on the green salad, then you don't need to really, how can I say this? You don't need to add a dressing the vegetable oil is gonna be dressing. Nana, please take Andrew outside. Or Miss Katini. Ne? Okay, so where do we start?
Let's get started. Okay, so to start off, we're gonna start with the steak. We're gonna start seasoning the steak first, and then chop the vegetables.
Okay.
The first thing you need to do is uzosula inyama kuzikusela ususela amanzi akhona. And this is because we want the seasoning to stick on the steak properly.
So if it's got water, the seasoning won't stick, man.
Yeah, it won't stick properly.
Right.
Cool. Oh, and we're using paper towels. If you use tissue, you're gonna have a problem with the steak.
Yeah, tissue's gonna stick. Even if it's, what is that tissue? Baby soft. Yeah, it's gonna stick.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Kitchen towel.
So while
first, earlier on we mentioned that you said it's 8 minutes for the steak with the sharp, right?
Yes. So you're gonna cook the steak on both sides for 8 minutes. So 4 minutes on the one side and 4 minutes on the other side.
Got it.
But again, this is completely dependent on what kind of steak you like. So 4 minutes is gonna give you medium.
Okay.
And if you like it really juicy and red, then you can go for three on each side.
Okay. And then if you want it well done.
Well done, you can push it to 10 minutes. So 5 minutes on one side and 5 minutes on the other.
Okay. So she likes it medium to well. So
yes.
that's why we're gonna have it for 8 minutes. Cool. Okay, cool.
So second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna oil the steak. Right. And again, this is another part of, this is also to help with the seasoning of the steak. So when you put the oil on top, the seasoning sticks on in the mold.
Right. Okay, so while she seasons, I'm gonna start chopping the potatoes. And then how do you want us to chop our potatoes?
So as I said earlier on, I'm a big fan of chips.
Okay.
So we're making our own Simba chips.
Oh, right. Okay, Simba chips. So they must be round.
Yes, they are going to be round.
All right. I hope I did well. Like this.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Namalanga, you studied architecture, but you are the chef of the family. Tell us maybe why do you love cooking so much?
Okay, so as my cousin has mentioned, I studied architecture. I just finished last year with my master's degree.
Yes.
At the UJ.
Yes.
Cooking has always been something I really enjoy doing. I think I grew up with I was raised by my aunt in Standerton, and she was a big fan of cooking. I think I started cooking at like grade 8. No, not grade 8, like grade 7. I think the first thing I cooked was like mincemeat, and with her teaching me, and I don't know, I've just been cooking ever since. Okay. And for me, cooking is not really a chore. It's something that I just genuinely enjoy doing.
So it's therapeutic.
Yes.
Okay. So are these fine? Is this Simba chips enough?
Yes, perfect.
All right. So you're gonna obviously wash your potatoes, especially if you're not gonna peel off the skin. You're gonna need to wash them first, okay? And then you've just seasoned with your oil, and then now you're gonna put your salt.
Yes, I just added salt on my steak.
Okay.
And then in a lot of recipes that I found online, people usually use just pepper and steak. Okay. But I'm a big fan of well-seasoned food. You can, for me, your steak needs to be well-seasoned. It needs to be as much as a lot of the recipes that I've read say, if the less ingredients you use, the more of the flavor, the more.
Oh, so they say that you must season your steak less so that the flavor of the steak can come out.
Yes, what she said.
No, I prefer more seasoned. Like, why would you? Okay, I'm not like a big fan of steak. My husband is a big fan of red meat. So yeah, I'm actually learning this.
Can I just, sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
Can I just add that I also wasn't a fan of steak, right?
Yeah.
I have never in my life ordered steak at a restaurant because I always found steak to be so chewy. Like You chew.
Yeah, like it's a lot of work.
Yes, it's a lot of work to
you
eat
chew like a
steak.
cow.
Yes, and that was also because
That's
pun.
actually funny. You chew like a cow.
So I think, but the thing is, that's because whenever people got to a restaurant and order steak and I'd be around, that they would order well done steak. And if you make well done steak or you order well done steak, then you're gonna be chewing.
Yeah.
So that's something that I learned by myself. That the less you cook it, the quicker you'll be able to actually swallow it. I just added.
Oh, the less you cook it, the quicker you'll be able to swallow it. Guys, you got that right.
Okay.
It's English.
I just added steaks and chops seasoning on it.
Right.
And then
So after adding your salt, then you add your steak and chop spice.
yes. And then now we have our mixed herb spice. So I'm just rubbing all the seasoning on it. You can also mix the seasoning on the side and add the seasoning all together at the same time. It's completely up to you.
Oh, okay, I see. So you can just add everything together if you want to be quick.
Yes.
Right, got it. Okay, then I'm gonna quickly also finish chopping these Simba chips potatoes. These potatoes into Simba chips actually. Great. So the oil that you can use, it can be any oil, ne?
Yes. I usually use olive oil. But canola oil is also fine.
Right.
The butter is for the frying. I use salted butter. I got this at Woolies, but you can also find it at Checkers or any supermarket that you prefer to use.
Oh, it's got butter. Because you know, with us black people, we fry with what is that oil that we used to fry with? I forgot what that oil is, but we just believe in deep frying things. But today we're going to use butter. I've also never done it before.
Yes.
So I'm quite excited.
And it makes a difference, guys. At first, when I made steak, I used to make it with normal, your normal spread, rama. I used to use your normal bread spread, and they said butter on the recipe, so I was like, butter is bad.
Butter is rama. You know when you play rama. Whether it's for bread, whether it's for baking, rama.
But that's not the case for steak.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference, guys.
When it's butter.
When it's actual butter.
And then how did it come out the first time when you used like normal ramaji for baking, for bread? How did it come out?
So honestly, I couldn't taste the difference. I even stopped using the butter because I was like, but why am I adding butter? And then when I was in store at Checkers the other day, I found the butter they keep talking about. And the recipe actually said unsalted butter, but I was like, I like dry, so I got salted butter from Checkers.
Okay.
And my life has never been the same. It has changed. It changed my life. Right. So I'm currently adding garlic and herbs. I know we added herbs already, but I'm a big fan of herbs. Again, seasoning overload.
Okay. And then is there any way we're going to use like garlic?
Yes.
Garlic. Okay. We actually forgot to add that. Let me go quickly get the garlic. Okay, we actually forgot that we're gonna be also needing some crushed garlic and then some feta cheese. The ones I like the one with black pepper for our green salad. Okay, let's carry on.
So now we've finished seasoning our steak. Don't forget to season the side because we're gonna be
eating all of it.
We're gonna be eating all of it.
Yeah.
We're gonna be frying all the sides as well. Yeah. So we're gonna put this on the side for a moment. So again, it's also up to you when and how you want to prepare your steak. So a lot of people don't really let it marinate. They just fry it and put it in the frying pan. They just season it, and put it in the frying pan. But I like marinating it for just like a few minutes, if not 30 minutes max.
Makes sense.
So for the potatoes, our Simba chippies, we're gonna quickly oil up the baking pan.
All right, cool.
In the beginning that I like seasoning.
Yeah, she's a salt person. I would have never put so much salt.
I like seasoning. So I also add your chicken spice for flavor.
Okay.
And then because I also like spicy food, I'm also a big fan of using paprika. You can also add your crushed chili into this as well. That also works quite well. So season it as much as you want.
So it's your chicken spice and your paprika.
Yes. So this is what we're having.
Okay. Oh, there's also spice for potatoes. Maybe you can also use that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can definitely use that. So that I've used spice for potatoes before. I wasn't really a big fan of it. It had like a whole lot of different spices to it that I didn't really understand. So
so you just like putting the spice together.
Yes.
The different spices together for yourself.
Yes. So I make the spice.
Our chef is very peculiar.
Okay, so a bit of oil on top. What I like about cooking versus baking is that you can improvise with cooking.
Yeah.
It's not like baking. Baking!
Baking, you forget something, or you didn't add something.
Or you add too much.
Yeah, you add too much, or you add too little.
It's
a problem.
It's late
a
for you.
problem.
You can get a bit more paprika.
Okay.
So we will list all these ingredients
In the description box.
Yes.
Get them all in the description box. And guys, if you didn't hear me in the beginning, I said she's starting her own YouTube channel, Langa Kitchens. So this is just the beginning. If you want more delicious recipes, yeah, go and subscribe to her channel. And I hope this is not the last. Since she's gonna start her own YouTube channel now, I hope she'll come back to my kitchen again so that we can cook up something delicious.
Cool. So
And also, in my opinion, I think this is actually quite quick, especially since your steak, you can cook it for like 8 minutes, and then if you want something well done, then it's 10 minutes. I also think this is very convenient if you're a working mom like me. You know, I always talk about working moms, and if you're a working mom. So to me, if something is quick, I'm definitely for it. So I think this is chop, 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 put it in there, and then you steak like you literally turn it like that, and then you have a meal. I think this is really a good, convenient meal for working moms. So if you're a career woman, this should be one of your meals.
yes, definitely,
Yeah.
I agree. This falls under my quick meal. Okay, so we're gonna put the potatoes into the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes, right? Still covered. And 20 minutes in, we're gonna remove the foil to get it to be a bit crispy, because we are making potatoes. We are making simba chippies after all.
Yes. So we've cleared everything out now. We've put our potatoes in the oven, which we did mention that we're supposed to preheat it. We preheat our oven to we were at 230, and then we've put our simba chippies in there, and then so our steak there, we're waiting for it to marinate. That's the word.
Yes.
Okay, and then we're gonna quickly chop our green salad now. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you want to chop?
So we have our cucumber, lettuce, feta cheese, flavored by the way.
Yeah.
You can use plain feta
Yeah, you can
cheese.
also use plain, yeah.
So you're making your basic green salad with a bit of a twist with the tuna.
Yeah. And then also red onion. Red onions are really nice for salads, and they're also really nice for sandwiches actually. So if you want to make a nice sandwich, I actually learned this trick from my husband. If you want to make a nice tuna sandwich, you can add red onions. Really delicious. Do you normally use red onions for your salad?
No, I'm not really like I don't really make green salad as much.
Okay.
I'm like I said, I really like mayo salads.
Okay.
That's because I feel like mayo salads really go with any meal.
Okay.
Especially anything that's oven baked for me has to go with a mayo salad.
Okay, so the green salad was obviously my reason. As you could see that she actually wanted us to make another broccoli salad with broccoli and mayo and cheese. We'll make it another time, or maybe you can check her YouTube channel. Maybe it's gonna be there.
Yes,
I'm a big fan of green salad because, like, I don't know, what's there not to like about lettuce? Like, really, I think it's just so easy. If you've got leftover chicken, you can throw in lettuce and have your green salad with that. If you've got, like, I have green salad with almost everything. It's so embarrassing. I even have my green salad with stew.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of green salad. So I'm not gonna make a lot of it because you know when green salad sleeps overnight, then it becomes something else. Then it becomes mushy and crispy.
Especially if you've marinated it.
Yeah, especially if you've added something on it. And then just a little bit of the red onion. And then also we've got some olives, yeah.
And
I prefer again, I think it's peated solid. Peated. Oh, it's happening again. This always happens to me when I'm doing YouTube. All of a sudden I can't pronounce things. But I think it's peated olives, yeah. La nganandumba khona. Lezi nganandumba. Ngithenge lezi. Okay.
Can I tell you a little secret about myself? I've never tried olives before. And that is because I think one of my cousins or aunts had an olive in front of me and was disgusted. And this was a few years ago. And I am just that person. If someone eats it in front of me and they're like, no, this is horrible,
you're never gonna have
I'm never gonna have it. So if you want me to taste something, please
pretend it's nice.
Pretend it's nice.
Okay, so you need to drain the vegetable oil, but just a little bit, because like I said, you need the oil for the dressing. The oil is the dressing. And then Nomalang is gonna chop the feta cheese over there. And then, yeah, that's about it. That's my green salad, hey. That's my green salad.
So I'm gonna have olives for the first time in my life.
Yeah, and you're not gonna be disgusted.
Yes, I am.
It's delicious. And no one in this house actually likes olives, so.
Oh, I forgot to introduce my friend. White wine.
Yeah. Nomalanga's mommy, hello. How are you? Okay, so I actually used this garlic pepper. I think it's actually discontinued because I can't find it anymore. I'm so sad. This is the last that I have. It always makes my green salad so tasty. But it looks like it's discontinued because I can't find it anywhere. Garlic plus pepper. And yeah, all you do is mix. And there we have our green salad. Can we start with our steak? Do you think it's marinated enough?
Okay, so I prefer to wait for the potatoes to be according to being well done, because for me, I don't want my steak to lose all its juices while waiting for something else.
Oh, I see.
So when I cook steak, everything else must be done and ready by the time I start making steak. Because steak, you prepare it for only like 8 minutes, 10 minutes max,
and it's done.
and then it's done.
Okay.
So then we'd have to wait for the potatoes, because we don't want that. We want the crisp, we want the juiciness, we want all the flavors. We're gonna have to wait for the potatoes for a few more minutes,
Okay.
and then we'll get started with the steak.
So our chef is very, very peculiar. So let's wait. Let's wait. Okay. All right. So it's 35 minutes later. Because our chef is so peculiar, she said that she wants her steak. As soon as her steak is ready in the food, we must serve the food so that the person who enjoys the meal can enjoy all the juices out and you know.
Crispy, guys. Must be crispy.
And then we've preheated our stove to the highest heat.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Lana, please take us through.
Alright, so we're gonna start by preheating the stove, as Nonki had said already.
I'm going to get rid of that name, by the way.
So we're adding our cooking oil first, before our butter. So the stove must be extremely hot, guys. Like, we want our steak to be crispy.
We want to fry. So we've preheated it for like a while.
Yes.
So that's why you see all the smoke going up. So when do you add the butter?
After cooking it for the first few minutes. That's when I'm gonna add the butter.
Okay. Okay.
So after it fries for a few minutes, that's when I add my garlic. So you can also use, you don't have to use crushed garlic. You can use the full garlic and just crush it a bit.
Should we not turn down the heat a bit?
No.
Or so fine?
No. So the hotter it is, the better.
The hotter the better. Okay.
So the more crispy it's gonna be.
Alright. It smells delicious, guys. It smells delicious.
And then we're gonna add our butter. I feel like butter is like a secret ingredient.
So butter is a secret ingredient to having a delicious steak. And then how much butter should we go wild?
Just a little bit, because we already have oil in it.
Okay.
So I advise that you don't add too much. You know, we're not trying to get fat as well.
Yeah. We're not trying to get cholesterol.
We're gonna use our spoon in a bit to make sure. So after 4 minutes, we turn the steak.
It takes 5 minutes left. Okay. It's 4 minutes.
Okay. So after 4 minutes, we have to turn our steak.
Okay. Ooh, that looks delicious.
Yeah.
That looks
So you can even
delicious.
smell the butter.
Yeah,
so
you
emphasis
can.
on the right butter.
Okay. Like you said, butter is a secret ingredient, okay?
Yes. So while frying, this is also advisable. So just to get all the seasoning into it, all the butter, all the garlic, just pour the oil and the seasoning and the garlic on top of the steak.
Okay.
Don't worry about how brown it is right now. It doesn't ruin the steak at all. It just makes it more crispy.
So you're going to turn down the heat left?
Yes, I've turned down the heat just a little bit.
Okay, so 3 minutes left.
Okay. So in the 8 minutes, guys, I'm going to make sure that my sides are also crisp. The fat is also well fried. And the seasoning has gone all the way through.